What's happening, racing fans? Welcome back to the channel, brought to you in association with betting.co.uk. I'm your host Ginger Joe, and I'm back again with my Aintree Day 2 selections for you. Now, I'm going to be bringing you these ones rather quick fire because it's 10:45 in the morning already. But if you want my selections first and foremost, before they get posted anywhere else, you can come over and join my free group chat using the link in the description below. If you're new to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a great deal, and you generally get a good bit of karma for doing that as well. Now, I'm going to go straight onto the selection just because time is running thin, but I've got a lucky 63 for you to get stuck into, which does include my Aintree Festival nap as well. But we're going to start off in the 220, and I really fancy Fenner's Cross here. You could get 10-1 last night. He is already into 7-1 for the John McConnell team, and Ben Harvey actually takes off a very, very valuable £5 for his chances here. I was there both days when he won at Cheltenham in really good fashion. It always looked like he was going to improve for the step up in trip. He actually ran a very credible race as well in the Supreme Novice Hurdle. He finished 11th, and that was a very, very good run for a horse that's definitely looking likely to be better on a flatter track, on the softer ground, especially as he goes up in trip. Look, I really like him. I think he's a horse that's going the right places, and he showed us a wicked turn of foot when he was at Cheltenham. He's probably going to be suited better to Aintree as well, and surely has a really good chance in the 220. My second selection is Founder 50 in the 255, who's definitely going to be a horse that's going to turn into a really nice chaser in time, but he's also only got ahead to find McCorbett's Cross over hurdles as well at Naas. He's a horse that's clearly on the up, and the connections are really highly rating this horse. They put him up last week, and they spoke about him with the highest regard, and I really do think that pays dividends here. He's a horse that's on the up. He actually did a lot wrong last time out before finishing second to Corbett's Cross by just ahead. I think he has to go close at 7-2. That's definitely a nice bit of value in that race. In the 330, I'm going to side with the favourite, Fakir Duderie, who's trying to win this race for the third consecutive year, which is generally quite a hard feat. However, the application for the cheap pieces this year, I think, is going to really suit him very well, keep him really switched on, and I think coming here in really good form, he is absolutely the one to beat. Not a massive fan of Pic D'Orhy, even though he managed to win. I just don't know if he's a horse that's going to be able to back that run up, and I think Fakir Duderie, with the form that the stable are in at the moment, comes in here definitely as the one to beat. Moving on to the 405, I like Owen Couleur at 12-1. I think he's already been backed into about 9-1 at the moment as well. But he's the only horse in there that's a genuine graded horse. He's a 6-year-old that's on the up, and he's one that's definitely got still some untapped potential. There's a lot of horses coming into the race that are starting to look quite exposed, but there's definitely some unexposed form still to find from Owen Couleur. He looked like he was going to be the winner last time out before he made that bad error, but he's a particularly sound jumper in general, and I think even though he's a top weight in this race, I think he's going to be there at the end fighting for that prize money. My festival nap comes in the 440, Absolute Notions, who, if you're a follower of my channel, you know we had a very good festival by putting up a 28-1 winner, a 14-1 winner for the Cheltenham Festival, and all of the remainders that ran actually placed. Ashrow Diamond has since come out and bolted up, and I think Absolute Notions is going to do the same. He was a really expensive purchase. I think he cost about 400 grand for the Rob Coeur team, and he's extremely well bred as well, with only a length and a half to find with Goodland from that Nathaniel Lacey form, and he was the only horse that was staying on nicely that day, so he's definitely going to appreciate this trip. I don't think he's actually going to be flustered by the conditions here at Aintree, and you probably actually prefer Aintree to Cheltenham, so I really do expect a big run here from Absolute Notions, and his form ties in very closely with the Albert Bartlett winner Stay Away Faye, who's been very well supported today already. I like the fresh angle here of Absolute Notions. He's going to be fully geared up for this one when there's question marks about Stay Away Faye, in my opinion, so Absolute Notions is the bet of the festival for me at 4-1. Then the final selection for the Lucky 63 is going to be Tony Martin's Nibiru in the final race at 8-1. Now, I would like to see a little bit of support from this one, but he was really, really good in a 2-mile handicap last time out at Leopardstown. I think even a repeat performance that would ensure that he goes very, very close here. He's 8-1 in the market at the moment. He travels very, very well, and I think he's going to go very well again this time out. So there's my Lucky 63 for you. It's Fenner's Cross in the 220, Founder 50 in the 255. Fakir Duderie in the 330s, Owen Couleur in the 405, Absolute Notions in the 440, and Nibiru in the 515. So I think it's going to be a bit of a whitewash for the Irish team today, but as long as we have some winners, not too bothered. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's only quick fire, but come back again tomorrow and I'm going to give you a full roundup of the Grand National. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.